So you were already in the first movie, but now you're also one of the writers. In Tropic Thunder. I imagine it must be hilarious, but I also imagine there'll be a lot of work to write the dumbest stuff ever, you know.
It's a lot of work, but it's also extremely rewarding and very funny. You know, we spend a lot of time just laughing, you know, just coming up with bits and trying to figure out different jokes. And so the writing part's hard, but it's when the characters are so well fleshed out, and I also know what the characters are, it kind of writes itself in a way. You know, the hard part is just coming up with the plot and making it somewhat interesting. You know, but we had a laugh. You know, we laughed a lot.
I was wondering. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there is numerous guests. When you were writing the writing process, did you already know? Okay, we're gonna have him, or we're gonna try and let's.
There were a few like must-have, like it would have been a real problem if Sting had said no. You know, because then there's really only one person that, you know, it's the way that was structured. It had to be him, but he was, you know, Ben sent him the script, and he was immediately said, "I'm in." And then all the other cameos, sort of the smaller cameos, you know, we had a luxury of riches. You know, people wanted to do it, you know, which was very different from the first one. The first one, no one really knew what it was, and they were like, you know, very wary of it. But the second one, we got, you know, incredible people, you know. So it was really just about managing their schedules and making sure that, you know, they could come. You know, they all had to come to Rome, and you know, just trying to make sure that, you know, they could be there for it.
And were you surprised that those kind of, let's say, fashion professionals were not, you know, offended by...
Yeah. No, I mean, I think what happened was the first one came out, and I think it became a very beloved movie in the fashion industry. You know, people passed it around and you know, really laughed a lot at it. So I think it was cool that, you know, all these people, from, you know, big heavy hitters in the fashion industry, embraced it and came to it. I think a lot of people wanted to be involved and help out, and, you know, help out with clothes, and, you know, just really, you know, they wanted to celebrate it, you know, because it's really a celebration of fashion in a way, you know, and it's obviously male model. So.
So did you have a say in the choice of your character's wig?
Yeah, I did. We came up with that on the first one, where we were trying to think, like, what would be a really, and I don't know if you ever see True Romance with Gary Oldman. So I literally just was like, oh, why don't we just do that guy? So we just stole the idea, put a wig on, put a scar on, put an eye in, and, you know, and gold teeth, and it was done. We were just like, oh yeah, that's a good look. We just do that.
Yeah. Basically, what's the process? I mean, how do you write that precise kind of, you know, weird, sometimes absurd humor?
It comes out of me and Ben got together and just, you know, we just throw everything into the air, and we think, like, what's funny, what would be funny, before we have really idea. We kind of have a loose idea of what we want the plot to be and the story to be, and then we just start thinking of, like, what would be funny in that world, and we just start making each other laugh and joking, and then we start outlining and just doing a couple pages, and then, you know, just about the whole movie, and then we just, you know, then we start writing, you know, and it gets more technical and hard after that. But, you know, then you hit on some scenes and you just laugh your ass off. You know, you think it's so fun. You know, like, I remember when we got the idea for the prison, you know, like with him doing his feet and everything. We just thought that was, like, so dumb. And that whole exchange they have where he's like, where he gets the itch and he's like, want to get his itch scratched. And we're just like, I don't know. So yeah, then it's very enjoyable.